What's going on, slave tards? I've been thinking about starting to do videos again. I know there's been a lot of stuff on the internet about censory and stuff like that, but I don't think I do anything in my videos that would ever be censored, to tell you the truth. And I like doing them. The only reason I've stopped is, I go through phases in my life where I'm up and down, and I've been in a down spot. I hadn't really wanted to do videos because it's not even lucrative. Like, I like to do them, but I'm so busy now trying to make money to ward off the onslaught that's coming that I find myself less interested in doing other things, and this is other things for me. So I don't know, I had Patreon for a while and I was doing all right, but it was, it's like $40 a month. like seriously, is it worth it? Is it worth it to keep doing videos? I really don't even need anybody Patreon. I just wish people watch me would share it with their friends and family. If you guys would do that for me, I might get something going with this, but right now it's not really even worth it. So I only do it when I want to. Tonight I want to do a video on a subject I've covered before, and that's how dumb science is. Science. I hear people say that all the time. If you argue with somebody about global warming, the first thing that you're going to hear from them is, well, I believe in science, right? I put stock in science. And I look at the world and I see science as a complete failure. In the medical industry, they are not inventing solutions that are affordable that will help you more than the old solutions. Like the results they're getting from all the science, it's not helping people. Maybe you might live a half year longer or a year longer, but what you'll leave everyone you've ever loved is all your work will be gone and they may owe for you, right? I mean, they're not doing anything for the health of this nation. The healthcare industry does nothing for the health of this nation at all. You look at it and you're like, okay, is that science winning? Is it winning, right? Anybody knows that if you come up with a solution that's expensive in the medical industry, but it consistently works, sooner or later that will become less expensive. But they're not even doing that. All they're doing is taking your life's work so that you have a chance to live 1 year longer and leave everyone you've ever loved nothing because you've used it all on the medical industry. That's their plan. I've often said that, they're not going to get me. They're not going to get me. Even if I die, they will not get me. If I go in and I got some kind of cancer that they can cut it out, I'll let them cut it out. But if they want me to take chemo and radiation afterwards, they're out of luck. I'm not going to do it. Only thing that chemo and radiation do is kill the cancer virus inside you if it's even still around, but they don't really know, right? Just in case. It's a just in case. But the treatment itself, radiation and chemicals, will give you cancer. So I'm going to take a treatment that might allow me to live 1 or 2 years longer, a little longer, but most likely I might have to go through this whole process again until I die, and at the end of it, you'll have all my money. No, cancer's a racket, right? You see a lot of this stuff in science. In the medical industry, it's obvious that we're not advancing. We may be advancing corporations, but not mankind. Not at all with science. And you look at all the other science. You look at this Large Hadron Collider that they've been smashing stuff together at the speed of light for, I don't know, a long time now. I haven't heard of anything that's going to help us solve our scientific brick wall problem. Like we hit the wall, right? We supposedly went to the moon 50 years ago, but now we can't do anything in space, right? You look at everything. You're like, you can't buy a HVAC unit that lasts you longer than 4 or 5 years. You can't buy a car, that lasts more than 4 or 5 years. You can't. Planned obsolescence is getting, it's getting out of control because they have nothing else to sell you. There's nothing else to sell you, right? They can't sell you anything else when they can't come up with anything else new. So what they got to do is what they already have, make it break more often, so you have to buy it more, so they can keep up their profits. Is that science advance? Have we advanced in science? How much science has helped us? That's helping us. Science, right? So we don't see at every turn science being a failure. You guys are a failure. If you're a scientist, you're failing, right? You see that at every single turn, yet on the subject of global warming, they want you to believe the scientists. Oh my goodness. No. I see the truth, right? I'm not buying into your lies. You look at what you may be down, and I get down all the time. I'm like, there's no way out of this. They're gonna win. But then I see stuff that's encouraging, like the amount of states in this country that is defying the federal government on medicine, on what medicine is, right? What constitutes medicine. And I'm telling you what, that fight is the tip of the sword right now. It's the tip of the sword. That's people, the serfs, right? You and me, the herd, waking up a little, right? If you want to do the best thing for this country, the best thing for when you go to the polls and there's anything about that the pharmaceutical companies are lobbying against, you want to vote for it, 100%. You don't have to keep up with all the issues. You just got to know the big ones, and then on that one, you got to vote for it. You got to if pharmaceutical companies are against a bill, you got to vote for it, 100%. Regardless of what the issue is, regardless if you believe marijuana should be legal or not, right? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The things that are going on in this world, that the government sponsors, corporation sponsors aren't allowing you to live a healthier, longer life without making you penniless. You're never going to listen to them if they're telling you that stuff. Global warming. Why am I going to listen to them? It doesn't make any sense. They're not on my side. But in respect to marijuana, it's defiant. It's like, wait a minute here. This is a medicine. We see what you're trying to do with all your pharmaceuticals. We see the side effects of it. We see how they don't even work half the time. And here's something natural over here that works for a lot of that. For a whole lot of that. And we don't need you anymore. Right? People think that it's never going to turn in this country. Their rebellion's already started. They have not won. People think that there's no way at all that we can win. Just start by voting against pharmaceutical companies. Peace.